Oh, well, yeah. So my reaction to Google not deprecating the third-party cookie. Well, first of all, it couldn't have been timed any better that that news, dropped while this particular group of industry folks were, all together here in the same space at Beat Retreat Berkshire. So, kudos to you for arranging that and making it happen that way. If Google deprecates the cookie now or ever or never, I think what we need to recognize is that the industry has largely transitioned to many instances of privacy and compliance that are more important than the data that we might leverage from Google for addressability or for measurement. And we're a smart industry, and we always find a way. We always find a way to move forward. And we found new ways to connect data with partners, whether it's for targeting, for activating insights or measurement, and done so with more privacy-friendly options, especially now that they exist. So larger than just cookies, like data deprecation and new media channels have already led to more data fragmentation as IDs come to be. So even as cookies do continue to exist, the amount of different publisher and platform IDs that are now, they're in a place where to grow or maintain a view of that customer, you need to connect and translate across every kind of ID, every kind of ID type. And, that process now results in just too much friction right now.
Well, that's really interesting. So what's next?
So we think the market will continue to evolve and embrace this new future. And at TransUnion, our strategy is it's always based on the needs of our clients, and the needs of our clients to be configurable in how our data linkages are created, how our data linkage strength. And we can take any identifier and resolve that identifier to a persistent individual or a household ID. And we're continuing to build for a cloud-native future with transferless identity, where translation services happen natively in the cloud.
Well, I was hoping you could elaborate a bit more on that, if you don't mind. Could you please just tell us a little bit more about what you mean about cloud native?
Yeah, sure. So when, say, a marketer needs to share their first-party data. There are a few different options for them to do it today. And historically, it can be shipped back and forth. We can set up APIs. There are other methods. But regardless, it takes time. And there are inefficiencies. And there are other issues, like dealing with scenarios where data needs to move. And with moving of data comes inherent potential risks and challenges. So with cloud native, that same marketer is probably managing their own data today, their own first-party data, in a cloud environment. So whether that is Snowflake or AWS or GCP, native identity allows for that marketer to stay within their own environment, stay in that environment and access TransUnion data securely without ever having to move that data. And there are many benefits to this. Obviously, like I just said, data stays in their cloud, doesn't move. Data is processed in hours or even in some cases minutes, and estimates are based on actual matches. And also, it's just always on. There are continuous and instant updates happening.